Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Tam here. So, first of all, I already gave y'all an introduction of myself. I am a single mother, a massage therapist for over a decade. I live in DC, love my chocolate city. I like getting my hair done. I like doing it myself. I'm not a beautician and I don't do cosmetology, but I do like looking good. So today, I want to talk about, you know, depression with Black women because we don't really talk about it and we don't really like see therapists or anything like that. We just hold on to so much. We're strong and I really want to talk about it. So, little background story. Since I was 3, my birth mother died and my father remarried. And, my stepmom, who is my mom, I love her to death, she basically took me and my father in, and we had this blended family. So I'm the youngest of 7 stepmoms, father, and birth mother kids. And I've been blessed, with just being in this family. But after my father passed, it had really took me downhill. Well, first of all, let me talk about my accidents. This was the start of it all. So I had 4 accidents total. They all wasn't my fault. They were all other people's. My first one was the biggest one, and it really damaged my body. So my whole left side of my body was messed up from my neck down to my foot. I have a torn cartilage in my hip. So I would say 2015, that's when I got in my first accidents. And then, it was months later that I got into the second through fourth. But it was pretty dramatic and traumatic because, for one, I have never been in an accident before, and it was really scary. So I was coming home from work, and I was on the Dulles Toll Road. If you go to Dulles Airport, you know what I'm talking about. And a guy, it was like construction traffic, so everybody was at a stop. I almost hit the guy in front of me because we stopped so abruptly. And the guy ran into the back of me. I seen I'm looking in the mirror, my rearview mirror, making sure nobody's not gonna hit me. So the guy, he was when he was coming to stop, you see smoke, and I always see smoke in this little Honda coming straight for me. So I tried to think on my toes and move my car over to the right lane because there was no cars in there, but it happened so fast. So the guy hit me and he pushed my car over, but I was already turned, so he pushed my car over to the next lane, and it was horrible. Mind you, I just had my daughter 3 months ago, so coming back from maternal leave and going to work and all of that stress, we really don't get our bodies back into a year later. Organs, everything is pushed over, so organs and all of that. But it was pretty traumatic. Afterwards, I rushed back to DC to get my daughter from school, and I also had to pick up my nephew from school. So I dropped them off at my mom's house, and I said, I'm gonna go to a hospital because everything just hurt really bad. So I went in the hospital and they diagnosed me with like myofascia and all of that. Myofascia is nerves, like your nerves are going crazy. So it's up in the, usually it'll be in like the neck, the shoulders, upper back, and lower back, just the whole back area. So I was just like, I was hurting for a long time. Mind you, before I even got to, before I even got, you know, I'm sorry, before I even got to the accident, my father was diagnosed with cancer, stage 4 cancer, when I was pregnant. So I was going through all of that, pregnant, also finding out that I was going to be a single mom. So it was like a lot on me. And, you know, that put me into a really big depression. You know, I wanted to be there for my father. Cancer really does suck. When I saw my father, like, I saw him dying in front of me, and it was like really, really, really bad. And my father was my best friend, so it really hurt. It, like, look in my eyes, it's getting a little watery. But yeah, you know, it was really hard. A lot of people knew how I was like very close to my father. I was the daddy's girl, so it was really hard. But the thing is, my father, he was 78 when he passed. So he lived a long life. And I was grateful, but it still hurt. This is like this is the 3rd year. And, you know, death really doesn't get better. It molds you into a person, but it can also destroy you. And what it did to me, it destroyed me, because the love of my life was gone forever. So, yeah, I went into a big depression. I lost so-called friends. My family, you know, it was a little rocky because I was in a terrible state and I was in a dark place. So to me, I just felt like I couldn't really depend on anybody. So I went to therapy, and I was just sitting there like, what is this therapist going to do? You know, I'm just sitting here looking at her and we looking at each other. But, you know, this is my first time going to see a therapist. It was long overdue. I really needed to see a therapist because, like I said, I've experienced death since I was 3. Mom, grandma, grandfather, cousins, aunts, uncles, a long list. But yeah, you know, it really hurt. And, you know, it was like a lot that, you know, this therapist helped me with. I thought she wasn't helping me because I was like, oh, she's so nosy. She want to know this, she want to know that. And, you know, I don't need no therapist. You know, I'm good. I'm good. And I really wasn't. This therapist really helped me to, like, you know, help me figure out what I want to do in life. Also, at the time, I was in school, and my school was playing games with registration, teachers, and all of that. Like, that was just crazy. But yeah, I was really in a tough place, but this therapist helped me, and I am so grateful, you know, that she helped me. If you experience death or just anything, like, we are grown, you know, we grow up to be strong, independent people, women especially. We always got to be strong. And I'm the type of person that is nice, and you know, people always come to me for everything. I mean, I'm a massage therapist, you know. I give like therapy sessions, you know. But yeah, it was really hard. I felt like I lost my identity because my father was gone, my birth mother was already gone, and I was like surrounded by my stepmom's family, who I love, and they adore me and they treat me as their own. But it just felt like I lost a sense of my identity because I didn't really speak to my birth mother's side. I spoke to some, but not as much as I really want to. And my father's side, like, I rarely go and speak or talk to them. So it was like, it was really hard. I was really lost, but this therapist helped me. And if you have like any, like I said, death, any change in scenery, you can moving, just life, reach out to a therapist, because sometimes they can help and sometimes they'll just, I wouldn't say like they just want your money. But it took it, I saw a different perspective of therapists. Like, I just saw like, okay, this person helped me. Just going through the experience, she helped me. And I'm I really need to go back because I had to go and be a juror for a murder trial. So that knocked me off, and I felt like alone again, and I lost a sense of identity, but whatever. We're not going to go into that. If you are feeling sad, gloomy, your mood is up and down, seek help. And people who take care of other people, reach out to them, because sometimes they do need that, hey, are you okay? Sometimes we do go through depression, because that's what I went through. I am very strong. I was brought up to be strong, but at my time, I couldn't be strong for me or others. So it was like really bad. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video. Please comment and subscribe. We have more to talk about. Right now, I don't want to say like I take medicine or anything for depression, but I'm just in a okay space right now. I'm getting back on my feet, getting back into my profession. So, I mean, if you have any similarities, like I said, life in general, just comment and, I'll get back to you. All right. Deuces.